everything off these main little side arms, right? And then you have a bunch of leaves and cones, right? And so what you have is a bunch of conveyor belts. And in Germany they use steel, and steel baffles me. I have no idea why they do that. But so what's in the ground underneath all that trellis right now that you saw with no hops there is this big rhizomes, or like giant potatoes with like arms going off in every direction. And so from what one rhizome's location is, it's called a hill. And from each hill they put 4 strings, right? And as the hop grows up the strings, you train 3 vines to each string. So train means you kind of like help it find what it should grow up, right? And that creates what's called a vine. So this whole thing is a vine. Each individual one is a vine. It grows from a hill. There's 4 strings per hill. That's how hops are.
Did you say vine, V-I-N-E or V-I-N-E?
So this is vine.
Oh, vine.
This is vine. You know what I mean? The collection.
Okay, so it's a vine. Okay.
Yeah, it's a vine. So this is a hop vine that I cut down yesterday and drove over here to show you guys. I think this one kind of smells like banana Laffy Taffy.
So is it a wheat? Is it a malt? What is it?
It's in the
I mean, but hops is in what family?
Cannabiaceae. Cannabiaceae.
Do you remember the
Cumulus lupulus, Cannabiaceae. It's in the cannabis family.
Oh, he says it's in the cannabis family.
yeah.
The phylum, I think, is
Cumulus.
Cumulus lupulus.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Did a little homework. Okay. Continue. Sorry about that. Continue.
We'll take over for you. Don't worry. You can take a break.
So, yeah, so it's a perennial. So it comes back every year. Its nearest relative is marijuana. It doesn't come back, you know what I mean? Like, it's an annual, it's usually once. But these big rhizomes just stay in the ground, and next year when it starts to warm up, they're going to start coming out of the ground looking for something to crawl up again. So, what you do is actually, traditionally, you have a thing called a bottom cutter, and it looks kind of like a men's like beard trimmer. You know what I mean? Like it has like these teeth that move back and forth, except it's giant on the front of a tractor, and it cuts the bottoms of the vines, and then so like they're kind of hung up like this with the hill here, and like this where they're attached to the top. And once they cut, then they swing out to the middle a little bit, and straight up and down, not connecting on the ground. And there's a lot of ways people do this, but traditionally, you have your hop connected to the top, and then you have a truck drive through that like catches the thing and kind of stretches it this way, and then a top cutter comes behind it and cuts the top, and then falls right into the truck. And that's how they collect all the hops. The company I work for actually invented a hop combine several years ago. We're the only place in the whole world that uses hop combines, except for 2 farms that now bought combines from us. But essentially it looks like a big toaster as it goes down the row, and it will have like these 2 spots, and the vines come in, and they have all these fingers that rip all the side arms off of the hop vines. So we'll tear off the side arm, and then we actually just transport the side arm, and we leave this big woody vine actually in the field, and it will compost itself into the next year. And we only bring this back, so it allows us to drive trucks less, smaller carbon footprint. We actually put bigger trucks behind it because it's not tear everything off these main little side arms, right? And then you have a bunch of leaves and cones, right? And so what you have is a bunch of conveyor belts that are like tilted like this, and there's like one after another. And what happens is cones will like happily fall off and leaves stick to them and get passed all the way to the trash. And as the cones are falling, then there's a big fan, and the fan blows the leaves over into the trash. Cascade is like the backbone hop. It's kind of like the hop that most other hops are judged off of. It's named after these mountains over here. And it, in American craft, but it does like 11 bales an acre. So it's like right there in the middle. But like this one might do like 18 bales, you know what I mean? And it has like twice the alpha. But like I said, it smells like fun.